Hello everyone and welcome on this new midweek analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. Before we start, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and kindly leave a comment and share the video. So of course, as part of being honest guys and transparent with everyone here and respecting my followers, I cannot deny the truth that sadly almost all of the weekly analysis signals have failed. EURUSD, GBPUSD, AUDUSD, USDCAD, USD JPY, even Bitcoin, which was actually ranging in the safe zone, but unfortunately has exceeded it, making this signal also a failed one, but overall still went in the right direction. So our actually safe zone was not really the best. So as we can see guys, all of them didn't go well. So I cannot of course hide the truth, but again, we are doing the best we can in this very hard time analyzing the market. So again, my friends, it's a crazy time. Of course, the dollar kept falling against our expectations. So now what can we do next with this with the USD pairs for the remaining days of this week? First of all, let me please delete the old signal and let's now start from scratch. So based on weekly charts so far, what we can see right now is that the EURUSD still actually respecting the previous level of a real support, lies exactly at 1.161. So here we have of course the real level of a support, which also became a resistance number 1, finally resistance number 2, and here the bullish breakout candle, and currently we're actually on the support number 1, indicates that the EURUSD most likely will continue the rise at least to reach the peak of the resistance exactly right here at 1.182, which means the EURUSD still has around 85 pips more to go. Let's now move to the daily chart. Now on daily chart, what we can see right here is actually a continuation in the rise again, and here we have of course a respected support trend line as we can see. Therefore EURUSD has actually expectations to make another bounce right here on the support trend line and afterward continue the rise. That being said, let's now move to the 4-hour time frame to find our entry. Now, based on the 4-hour time frame, if we apply the Fibonacci from the higher high to the lower high on this structure that we have, we can notice that we have here also Fibonacci 38.2. Fibonacci 38.2 is actually indicating usually for a continuation in the trend. And as we can see here, we have the nearest level of a key support to that bullish breakout candle, which means the EURUSD actually have expectations to continue the fall to reach 38.2, and from that point onward it will continue the rise, but that's gonna happen way after a lot of pips. I mean, we're talking about another 74 pips. Therefore we actually can find something sooner than that, because as we can see, the market has already reversed at Fibonacci 50, and as we can see, it just made a strong bullish movement. So where exactly we can consider buying the EURUSD in this case? Now we need to keep in mind that the EURUSD recently has just made a bullish breakout from 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. So therefore, if we look right here at the resistance trend line, as we can see just like that, now we have something convenient. Now we can actually expect to buy the market exactly at Fibonacci 50, lies exactly at 1.169, and also it was here a nearest level of a real support to that broken level of a resistance as well. Therefore we can actually buy exactly here at 1.169 with expectations of a safe zone. Yeah, sorry about that. We can actually expect a drawdown of around 30 pips to reach again 38.2, but I actually don't see it happening if actually we judge the previous level of a resistance trend line, which most likely will become a new support trend line, and from that point the EURUSD most likely will continue the rise. That being said, let's consider buy the EURUSD again exactly at Fibonacci 50 at 1.169, targeting around 126 pips of profit, and the safe zone that in this case shouldn't actually be ranging much lower than Fibonacci 38.2, which will be ranging for around 51 pips exactly against 126 pips of profit. That will be all for the EURUSD. Let's now move to the GBPUSD. Alright, so again, GBPUSD also has failed, unfortunately. Let me now delete the old signal and let's now start from scratch. So again, my friends, if we look right now at daily chart, we can notice of course a strong continuation in the momentum, and the GBPUSD has actually been declined from any bearish breakout movement happening at 1.339. Also indicates a continuation in the rise. Noticing also that the GBPUSD has also made here a strong bullish breakout from that channel, as we can see right now, So meaning here we had the flag, and it seems like the pound USD has just made here the bullish breakout from this channel, indicates of course a continuation in the rise. Most likely the pair will continue the rise at least to reach the key level of a resistance at 1.362, which means again pound USD still has around almost 100 pips more to go. So where exactly is going to be the best level to consider buying the pound USD? From my point of view, if we go right now to the 4-hour time frame, let me just do it for you here. So let me just tell you something. Here we have a bearish movement, or actually a bearish breakout, and here we have entirely a new structure. If we apply the Fibonacci on this structure from the high of it to the low, just like that, as we can see right now, since we are talking about a continuation in the bullish movement on this upper trend, we can actually expect from the pound USD to bounce one more time at Fibonacci 38.2, which is of course the continuation retracement, and from that point pound USD have a great chances to continue the rise, considering it will also be retesting the broken level of a resistance at 1.349 or 45, sorry. So therefore sorry, I'm actually suggesting to consider buying the pound USD exactly at 1.349, targeting the resistance at 1.362, aiming around 130 pips of profit, and the safe zone in this case shouldn't actually be ranging much lower than Fibonacci 23.6, which means our safe zone will be ranging for exactly 50 pips against 130 pips of profit. Let me please write the signal for you. That will be all for the pound USD. Let's now move to the AUDUSD. As you can see, my friends, also AUDUSD didn't work well. Let me please delete the old signal and start again. So based on daily chart, actually we can still here see this very ugly structure that I actually personally have been struggling with for a few weeks already. And as you can see right now, this structure right now is has been pending for a long time. AUDUSD has just made here one big ass fake breakout, but actually didn't hold the position and still actually ranging right in this structure or this channel. So with the current bullish movement and the weakness of the US dollar, we are actually looking for a continuation in the rise, and most likely AUDUSD will continue to rise again to reach the edge of the resistance trend line, and most likely it will actually retest the real level of a resistance right here exactly. Let me just be precise, exactly right here at 0.662, which was also a key level of a support as well. So judging by that, let me just now please move to the 4-hour time frame, and right now what we can see right here is actually a strong real level of a support exactly right here, to be precise, at 0.654. We can notice also that the AUDUSD has already reversed exactly right here at this level of a key support at 0.654, which means we're actually aiming the second attempt of the support to hopefully it will happen, and from that point we can actually consider buying the AUDUSD. So if that happens, we can actually continue the buy again till it reaches the resistance at 0.662, which means we are actually looking for around 80 pips profit with this signal. Back to the 4-hour time frame, we can actually consider holding this trade until the market reach the lowest level of a real support exactly at 0.650, which means our safe zone will be ranging for only 33 pips against 80 pips of profit. That will be all for the AUDUSD. Let's now move to the USDCAD. So please allow me now to delete the old signal, and let's now see what we can do next with this pair. So as we can see, we are noticing here a very strong bearish movement happening. The USDCAD is literally crashing right now. And now by looking at daily chart, I'm right now actually on daily chart. Now what we can see right here is actually a resistance trend line, as you can see right here, that most likely is going to be respected again. By now, if what I do right now actually is something called the magic of trend lines. Actually, this strategy, I actually have explained it many times in my videos, and you can actually look at my channel. You will find that 2 videos called the magic of trend lines part 1 and part 2. So basically what you will do is draw your resistance trend line at the key levels of a resistance trend line, and now you can just simply drag and drop the same line that you have drawn here and place it right on the next level of a real support, or actually a resistance trend line. So now what we can see right here is a resistance trend line number 1, number 2, and 3 and 4, and here we have the fake breakout happen. So now if the USDCAD will bounce upon the pressure of the current support at 1.354, we can expect from the market to actually respect the same level of a resistance trend line, and from that point onward it will resume the fall. So let me now please move to the 4-hour time frame to find our entry. Alright, so now based on the 4-hour time frame, I actually would recommend to consider resell the USDCAD exactly right here at the previous level of a key support at 1.363. Why? This was the nearest level of a key support broken to this bearish breakout candle, and actually it also lines very well with our prediction considering the resistance trend line right here. Therefore, we have to wait for the USDCAD to rise to another 40 pips before we actually can consider selling it. If we sell from that point, I highly recommend to not keep it running for so long time and just accept the take profit level at 1.354, expecting around 96 pips profit with this signal. And the safe zone in this case shouldn't actually be ranging higher than the previous level of a resistance at 1.363, which means, 1.368, which means our safe zone will be ranging for 45 pips against 96 pips of profit. That will be all for the USDCAD. Let's now move to the USDJPY. Now regarding USDJPY, I think now we can say safely that the USDJPY most likely will continue the fall. Let me just now please delete the old signal and let's now start from scratch. So actually USDJPY is still struggling to make any bullish breakout from the long-term resistance at 148.130. And as you can see, finally the market actually has here created a fake breakout happened. We actually considered buying the USDJPY based on this current bullish breakout movement, which actually has fooled us and seems like the market just kept falling again instead of keep rising. So meaning we have ended up here with a fake breakout. So meaning USDJPY most likely right now will continue the fall for the remaining days of this week. Let me now please move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, what we have right here is really interesting because we have here a support trend line number 1, number 2, and as you can see, we have the recent bearish breakout happened from that structure, which means USDJPY most likely will continue the fall right after retesting the broken level of a support trend line. But however, I believe that the USDJPY is going to actually be better to be sold exactly at the peak of the real level of a resistance lies exactly right here at 147.948. So as you can see, the market actually has the chances to make actually bounces right here upon the pressure of the previous support and the resistance right here, and finally to continue the rise. And here we have also a resistance number 1, and we are actually considering to resell exactly at the resistance number 2. That being said, let's consider to resell the USDJPY at 147.948, and if we do, we can actually be targeting the lowest level of a nearest level of a key support, and the resistance as well lies exactly at 145.730, which means we're actually looking for around 220 pips of profit. However, the safe zone in this case shouldn't actually be ranging higher than the peak of the resistance at 149.066. No, that's actually way too much. Let me just make it lower. So therefore our safe zone will be ranging for exactly 80 pips against 220 pips of profit. Let me now please write the signal for you. And that will be all for the USDJPY. Let's now move to the Bitcoin. What a bummer. Bitcoin actually went in the right direction overall, but my safe zone was really too tight, causing this signal to unfortunately fail. And as you can see, the market has reversed almost from our stop loss. What a bummer, really. It was really a bad one, and next time I will actually consider to expand the safe zone a little bit more. However, now what we can still see here with the Bitcoin is that the market actually has here created a broken level of a resistance trend line. As you can see, let me just make it accurate to make sure it's correct. Everything here should be very accurate. And as you can see here, the triangle has also just been broken out from with this bullish breakout candle. So meaning that now the Bitcoin actually have its chances to continue to rise after creating here the flag, and most likely it will retest the broken level of a resistance trend line to create a new support trend line. Now, saying that, we actually have to consider the Fibonacci retracement. So let me now please draw the Fibonacci from this higher high to this lower high, just like that. Now as you can see, we're actually having a potential entry at Fibonacci 38.2, exactly right here, which was in the past the nearest level of a real support, as we can see, and it was a key level of a resistance. So meaning actually we have a good entry to buy from 118,562, and actually if we do, we can hold the trade until the market reaches the highest level of a real resistance at 122,172, which means I cannot even say the pips here, but however, in this case our safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging much lower than Fibonacci 23.6. I will not give a tight safe zone now. We have actually to give a chance to, for the market to expand and the candles to breathe. Therefore, our safe zone will be until 116,730. Actually, this is easier for me to say it like that. However, we have to consider, my friends, that trading the Bitcoin is very risky nowadays, and also I'm actually expecting it to rise in the lights of the uncertainty in the market recently, and Mr. Trump is making a big chaos in the market, causing the gold to rise and applying tariffs. All of that is adding a lot of pressure also on the Bitcoin. However, let me know, please write the signal for you. And that will be everything, my friends, for the midweek analysis. And in the end, please don't forget to join our free channel of Telegram to stay connected to Xtreme Trader, to receive one free signal every day here on this channel, and to remain connected to us and to receive any updates about these signals that you are receiving here on YouTube. Again, the channel here is Xtreme Trader Signals, and you can also find the link in the description below this video, and you can also contact our support to join our VIP Forex Signals channel. So until then, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.